Hi all, myself Srinivas D, working as Assistant Professor, Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, KG Reddy College of Engineering and Technology. In our today's lecture, we are going to discuss about 4-quadrant operation of DC drives. So already we know that in our previous lectures, we were discussed about different types of motors and different types of motors we already derived the different speed equations and controlling of that particular speed with the help of different converters. As well as in our particular lecture, we are going to discuss about the whatever the different quadrant operations of DC drives we have. So before going to achieve that one, so already we know that in our previous lecture we are operated a particular DC machine into 1 and 2 quadrant operation with the help of our single phase fully controlled converters. So the same machine, if we can able to operate into 4 quadrants, and what are the different 4 quadrants it will operate, that is in our today's lecture we are going to discuss. So before going to start our lecture, just remind yourself what is the steady state speed equation and how the torque equation is there, as well as how the speed is going to be changes. Already we have discussed in our previous lectures. Just try to recollect those points from our previous lectures. Take a 1 minute of time, later on we will start our lectures. Okay.
Topic is 4-quadrant operation of DC drives. So already you are very much familiar with this 4-quadrant operation of your DC drive. So whatever it may be the operation, while coming to the characteristics of your fully controlled converter and half controlled converter, so that the entire operation is divided into 4 quadrants. There, by using your voltage and current characteristics, you will divide the quadrant operation. Same as usual, like if you go to the speed and torque characteristics of your particular machine, either it can be a DC separately excited DC motor, and it can be a DC series motor. So depending upon your torque speed characteristics, the entire operation is divided into totally 4 quadrants. So before going to know about the 4 quadrant, so here that entire operation just now I have told you that divided into 4 quadrants. So this is your first quadrant operation, this is your second quadrant operation, this is your third quadrant operation, this is your fourth quadrant operation. Okay. So here, whenever here if you see at this particular, this is your speed curve and this is your torque curve. So if you observe the first quadrant, in the first quadrant speed and torque both are in positive direction, that is you are in clockwise direction. When the torque and speed both are in clockwise direction, we could able to say that the machine will operating into first quadrant operation. While coming to the second quadrant operation, so if you see here, if you observe, this is your torque line. Torque is negative, while coming to the speed is positive. That is nothing but the machine is speed is in clockwise direction and the torque is in anti-clockwise direction. So this will comes as a second quadrant operation. Now if you see this quadrant, that is your third quadrant operation. So here the speed is negative, consequently the torque is also negative. So both are in anti-clockwise direction. So we'll call it as a third quadrant operation. Now we'll coming to the fourth quadrant operation. So here if you see the torque, if here torque is positive, while observe the speed is in negative. That is nothing but torque is in positive direction and speed is in reverse direction. That is the reason why it is called as a fourth quadrant operation. So this first quadrant operation will also called as a forward motoring mode. Forward motoring mode. Okay. Forward motoring mode. Okay. Now here the second quadrant is also called as a forward braking mode. Forward braking mode. Okay. Now the third quadrant will also called as a reverse motoring mode. Reverse motoring mode. I am repeating, reverse motoring mode. And fourth quadrant will also called as a reverse braking mode. So reverse braking mode. Here if you observe the what is the forward, in which two quadrants we will call it as a forward, in which we will call as a reverse. So whenever speed is in clockwise direction, those two quadrants will called as a forward modes of operation. When the speed is in reverse in other two quadrants, those two quadrants will be called as a reverse modes of operation. So whenever torque and speed both are in same direction, that is called as a motoring mode of operation. Whenever speed and torque, that is nothing but either torque and speed both should be in same direction, either it can be a positive direction, either it can be a negative direction. If both are in same direction, those quadrants will called as a motoring mode of operation quadrants. Those two quadrants, either it can be a speed or torque, both are in opposite direction, then those two quadrants will call it as a braking modes. So if you observe here, just wait a minute. So if you observe here, in these two quadrants, speed is in clockwise direction. So these two are in operating in forward modes. And if you see these two quadrants, in these two quadrants speed is in reverse direction. So these two will operate in reverse mode. Either it can be a motoring or braking. Next we need to divide it into braking or motoring. So here if you observe, both are in same direction, so this is in motoring mode. So here also both are in same direction, this is also motoring mode. So here torque is in clockwise direction, speed in clockwise direction, torque is in anti-clockwise direction. Here torque is clockwise direction and speed is in anti-clockwise direction. So these two will call it as a braking modes. Now tell me, here this is both are in same direction, this is called as a forward operation. Again both are in same direction, that is the reason why it is called as a forward motoring mode. Okay. Now here, so speed is in clockwise direction, obviously it is in forward direction. Here torque and speed both are in opposite direction, so that is the reason why it is operating to braking, so forward braking mode. Okay. Now if you observe here, so speed and torque both are in reverse direction. So speed is here reverse direction, so it will operate into reverse. So both are in same direction. When both are in same direction, we will call it as a motoring mode. But here speed is in reverse, that is the reason why it is reverse motoring mode. While coming to here, speed is in reverse, obviously it is in, call it as a reverse. But if you observe torque and speed, both are is in opposite to each other. That is the reason why it is called as a reverse braking mode. Okay. So this is how we will divide 4 quadrant operation of your DC motor. This is forward motoring, and this is forward braking, and this is reverse motoring, and this is your reverse braking mode. Okay. So keep in mind that the idea is, whenever speed is in forward direction, I mean to say in clockwise direction, then those 2 quadrants will operate for forward. When speed is in reverse, those 2 will operate in reverse. So if both are in same direction, then we'll call it as a motoring mode. If both are opposite to each other, that is nothing but one is clockwise, one is anti-clockwise, vice versa, whatever it may be. So those 2 quadrants will operate as a, call it as a braking. So forward, both are in same direction, motoring mode. So this is forward motoring. Here this is forward, both are is in opposite direction, that is a forward braking. So if you observe here, both are in same direction and the speed is in opposite direction, this is reverse motoring. While coming to here, speed is in opposite direction, that is reverse, both are is opposite to each other, then it is called as a reverse braking mode. So this is how we need to divide and operate our DC machine or DC motor into 4 quadrant operation. One is forward motoring mode, forward braking mode, reverse motoring mode, reverse braking mode. Okay.